This is Matthew 7 and 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Matthews 22 and 37. Yahweh said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. I want to start out giving infinite honors, glory, and prayers to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash, double honor to our apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, teaches the truth 100%, no cut. Double shalom and salutation to the Aki and pushing his word across the four winds in true faith and sincerity, giving all diligence. I want to just get into a quick lesson out of Warren Roth, our Lord's will is edifying and to the point. Send around, hey, you treat a brother how you want to be treated, man. Okay, as we just read, man, on those two hang the rest of the law. Okay, and the prophets. Okay, love the Lord with all thy heart. All right, and treat thy neighbor as thyself, man. You don't want a brother to mistreat you, misuse you. Okay, disrespect you. Lie to you. So hey, don't do that to a brother, man. All right, because you gotta think of it and look at it as such. Hey, the men of the Lord are parts of Yahweh Shah, man. You gotta look at it as the man that's serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah as if he was Yahweh Shah himself, man. Would you lie to Yahweh Shah? Would you try and, as they say, finesse Yahweh Shah? Would you bullshit Yahweh Shah? Okay. Would you try and get out on Yahweh Shah? All right, so you got to consider these things, man, when you're dealing with the men of the Lord, man, with your brethren, man. All right, because we all going to be judged. Now, what we reap is what we sow. Okay, so if you've been sowing with bullshit, lying, deceitful, and you're going to reap that, man, which is death. But if you've been being honest, you sowing in the spirit, you growing in the fruits of the spirit, you helping brothers grow in the fruits of the spirit, you just being a genuine good brother to the best of your ability. You having integrity, owning up for your faults. Okay, moving forward. All right. Hey, man, you're going to reap life everlasting, man. All right, now, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Sirach 27, 3-7, the good news. It says, unless you are determined in the fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, your house is going to come down on you, man. Meaning your life, you're going to be destroyed, man. Okay. Everything that you hold dear, okay, is going to be taken away from you, man. That's why the first two commandments, the two greatest commandments, they love the Lord with all thy heart, hey, and treat thy neighbor as thyself, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right. It says, your talk shows your faults. It is like a sieve that separates out the rubbish, man. So what you talk about, okay, because what's on your mind is going to come out your mouth. So all that comes out your mouth is bullshit, shucking and jiving and deceit, lies. All right, if that's all that's on your mind, it's going to come out. Okay, you're going to speak it and your actions are going to show it, man. It says, the way you think shows your character just as surely as a killing shows any flaw in the potter being fired, man. All right, being put in that furnace, man, is going to show the weak points and show the flaws, okay, on that pot, okay. Same with us, man. Okay, situations that you go through, man. Okay, things that you have to be honest about. Are you going to be honest? Or are you going to goddamn lie about it? You going to show integrity? Or not, man? Okay, are you going to show deception? All right, all these things are going to come out, man, by way of your conduct. Okay, first of your mind, what you speak, and your actions. All right, it's all going to manifest. It says, you can tell how well a tree has been cared for by the fruit it bears. And look at yourself as the tree. Okay, are you staying on top of yourself? Are you examining yourself? Are you applying the precepts? Okay, do you truly believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah? Do you truly fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah? Okay, do you truly love the brethren, the men of the Lord, as Yahweh Shah? All right, shit, do you love yourself? Okay, because the Lord say all that hate me, love death, roughly paraphrasing it, man. It says, and you can tell a person's feelings by the way he expresses himself. All right, now let's get that real quick. All right, we're basically done on that. Let's get, I looked this up. It says a liar can experience a range of emotions when lying, including fear of being caught, guilt about deception, and even a sense of delight or satisfaction in having duped someone. You don't want to be that individual. You get off on fucking deception, deceit, as Esau, man. Okay? Because what the Lord say to you, all your father, the devil. You don't want to be goddamn Israelite that take on the spirit, the mindset of a fucking Edomite, man. Okay? You don't want to be that person, man. You the deceptive. You being a nigga. All right? It says, where I had it. Damn, I had it all keyed up. Okay, here we go. It says elaboration. Okay, fear. All right, these are all the emotions that come with lying. It says the most common emotion associated with lying is fear of being discovered. This is fear. This means you ain't checking yourself, man. You intentionally being deceitful. Okay, this is fear or your pride. Okay, this is fear in particular strong when the stakes are high and the potential consequences of being caught are significant. Man, you got to own up. Integrity, man. Guilt can arise when lying is seen as wrong or when there is an ambiguity about whether there is an obligation to be truthful. Delight, satisfaction. Some individuals may experience a sense of pleasure or satisfaction from the act of deceiving someone. This can be related to a sense of control or a feeling of triumph in having successfully deceived the other person, man. You got people like that, man. They get off on goddamn deceiving. Okay, they think they got the upper hand because they didn't lie to someone. Okay, but really you don't, man. You constantly destroying yourself, digging yourself a bigger hole, so when you fall into it, when it's your time, ain't no getting out of it. Insecurity and self-worth. Insecure individuals may lie to enhance their own sense of self-worth or to make themselves feel better. Man, it ain't that no, hell no, man. A liar is no good, man. Okay, a liar and a thief will both share in destruction. As I read, I did a lesson yesterday, man, brought out that precept in Proverbs, man. But it says a thief is better than a liar. A thief gonna show you who he is, man. A thief is a thief. A liar gonna lie, okay, to your face with a straight face, okay. A liar gonna lie so much where he goddamn believe he telling the truth, okay. It says humor and defense. Some individuals might lie for humorous reasons or to deflect from uncomfortable situations of social exclusion, man. You don't want to be this person, man. Okay, a liar, man. Because we're reading the emotions that's associated with being a fucking liar. Prolific liar. It says liars may not experience as much distress about their lies compared to pathological liars who may feel high when they get away with lying. You get a high off of it, a sense of a blissfulness, okay, from lying. You don't want to be that. Pathological lies can be linked to mental health disorders, but is not always the case. Individuals who engage in pathological lying may not show discomfort when caught or may even become aggressive. You caught in your lie, now you got attitude. Now you pissed off because you've been exposed. Okay, you know you lying, but when you called out on it, goddamn, you get mad as the individual. Okay, or make excuses. Compulsive lying. Compulsive lies may feel a high when they get away with lying, similar to other compulsive behaviors or addiction. Self-esteem. Lying can negatively impact a person's self-esteem, especially if they are caught lying, man. So it's best to just be honest, man, with the Akim. Okay, within this truth. You renewed in the spirit of your mind. Hey, man, be honest, man. Especially with the men of the Lord, man. You shouldn't be trying to finesse or get out on your brother, man. Lying to your brother, being deceitful. Okay? You don't want to be this person associated, a liar, because everything we just read is associated with the emotions of being a fucking liar, and that's not good. That's nigga shit. That's effeminate shit, man. Okay? Proverbs 18:21, New Life. It says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit, man. Hey, you're going to eat the fruit of what you sow is what you reap. Okay? So if you just lying, we know what comes with that, man. The Lord say a liar is an abomination. Okay? All right, but the righteous is the Lord's delight, man. Okay? Roughly paraphrasing in the book of Proverbs, man. You a liar, a pathological or whatever. You just a liar. Okay, and you don't change your ways, man. Hey, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. Okay? What it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit, man. All right? So if you love life, man, be honest. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Treat a brother how you want to be treated. Okay? All right, be honest, man. Because one thing about it, the spirit, you ain't lying to the spirit. You lying to yourself. And eventually you're going to be discovered. And the Lord notes all these things, man. All right? So be honest, man, before you reap the fruit of your sowing, man. All right? This is Luke Salakia 6:45, the King James. It said, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth that which is good, man. Your heart is your mind, where your spirit resides. It says, a good man out of the treasure, Salakia, a good man out of good treasure of his heart brings forth that which is good, the truth, honesty, integrity, okay? Sincerity, faithfulness, fear in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? Honest, the truth, man. No deception. It says, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bring forth that which is evil, lies, deception. Okay, finesse, trying to finesse your brothers, trying to get out on your brothers. Okay, being deceptive with your brothers, man. Okay? And again, we read every emotion that comes with being a liar. All right? It says, for the abundance of the heart, his mouth speaketh it. All right? Honesty, integrity. Okay? Sincerity. Okay? You brothers, you going to speak it, you're going to move accordingly. But lies and deception, you're going to speak it and you're going to move accordingly. It works the same way. Ain't no in between, man. If you're a liar, you're going to speak lies. You're going to act upon lies. You're going to act in a deceitful way. Be deceptive. You tell the truth. You're honest. You have integrity. You're gonna speak it and you're gonna move as a man with integrity, honesty. All right. Matthew 25:31-45, the NIV, it reads, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on the right and the goats on his left. All right, we know the sheep is talking about the elect of Israel. All right, and the goats, it can represent, headstrong, stubbornness, self-willed. All right, and also these other nations, man. Okay, it says, then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance. And when 2/3 of our people, they've joined themselves unto the heathens, particularly Esau, Edom. Okay, it says, come, you who are blessed by my Father, and your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me, man. This can represent physically or meant spiritually, man. Being truthful, being sincere, being honest with your brother, caring about your brother, man. Okay, caring about the household of faith, man, and showing it by your actions, man. Okay, you speak it and you show your faith by your works, man. Okay, you walk it how you talk it, man. Not being deceptive, not being selfish. Not only looking out for your own self-interest, being selfish, but no, being selfless, man. Okay, understanding what you're involved in as Apostle Gabal, Elder Apostle Gabal always goes into, man. You got to understand what you're involved in, man. Okay. All right, it says, then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. And that ain't no deception. That don't come with being a liar. This ain't associated with a liar. Okay, this is associated with a man of the Lord, man. Okay, a person of the household of faith, man. Okay, a true believer in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. A true believer is not going to be deceptive. Is not going to lie, not trying to get out of bullshit, okay, the members of the household of faith, okay? It says, then will he say to those on his left, depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not, Salaki, you did not do for me. And that's the point of the matter, man. Okay, that's the center focus of this lesson, man. You treat a brother how you want to be treated, man. First and foremost, you love the Lord with all thy heart, love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua with all thy heart. And you treat your brother how you want to be treated. You treat your neighbor, which is the household of faith. Okay, the true believers in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, as you want to be treated, man. You don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be goddamn deceived. Okay, bamboozled. Okay, got out on. Okay, so don't do the same. Don't do the shit, man. All right, we got to make sure we stay in that mindset, man, because the Lord is watching everything. The Lord says his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding the secret parts of men. That's your mind. All right, so hey, no excuses. Jake trying, oh, well, I ain't mean it like that, but your actions show. And over a period of time, you constantly being corrected about the same thing. Hey, it shows, man. It speaks for itself. How you keep getting corrected on the same thing? Okay, and that shows your actions are not changed. Regardless of what you say, oh, I didn't mean it like that, or it wasn't my intentions. Your actions show it was your intentions. You just not being honest. You lying. You lying to yourself, okay? And you lying to the household of faith, man. Okay? But with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and to the point. Till next time, shalom.